know we should detach from a situation or a person. It's when you start to realize that you are being manipulated. When a person is trying to control your actions and your minds by giving you fake promises, it is manipulated. It's like when you are working. If your boss promised you to give you a higher position after you have done this and that, but even if you have completed everything, you still do get that position, this is manipulated. It goes in the same as your relationship. If your friends or partners promise you to change their attitudes or some of their bad habits if you are willing to stay with them, but even if you stay, they are not making any changes. This is manipulation. They are trying to control our actions and our minds by giving us fake promises. We have to know that people can lie. People can lie by words. If they want to get some benefit from you, they will lie. We all have to admit that humans are greedy. We will always prioritize ourselves first. If one single lie can make you stay and they can get benefit from it, they will lie. We have to believe that not everyone has a good heart, good moral, and treat us as good as our parents. Other than our parents, no one wants us to be better. You can be good, but you can never be better. People around will say things like, I love you, I trust you, you are my best friend. But words like this can be said by anyone and to anyone. Love and expression should not be shown verbally. They should be expressed in action. Whenever someone is telling you that they love you, they trust you, you are their everything, do not get into it first. Observe and see if their actions match what they say. Do they really care about you? Or are they just trying to get some benefit from you? If you ever feel like you are being manipulated, you should detach yourself from them as soon as possible. But I'm not saying detaching things and people in life is an easy thing. When you start doing it, things become harder. But things are getting harder and harder because we are living too much in our own fantasy world. In our fantasy world, there's no bad things happening. And we have this one storyline in our mind. And we hope everything happens according to our storyline, and there will be no accident or no exception happening. But this is not fair for us and for whoever we meet in our life. We have to admit that we are living in a real life and we are talking to a real people. Everything's work in a different way. We can't control how things work. It's not because you want them to work in this way and it will happen eventually. But the only things that we can control is our thinking and our mindset. If you keep living in our own fantasy world, we will never be happy. We will never appreciate what we have. But we will only blame things that turn out bad. People get depressed because they are living too much in their own fantasy world. When one thing doesn't happen as they wish, they will get hurt. They will not know what to do next and lost their direction in their life. But if you stop all the fantasy thinking and live in the present moment and accept what has happened, things will become better. We will not trap in the past and we will be looking forward to the future. If you never detach yourself from the fantasy world and keep living in the fantasy world, you will never see the good things. You will only trapping yourself in the past and keep struggling in things that didn't turn out as you wish. If you want your life to have a better life, you have to stop all the fantasy thinking. And that's the only thing we can control in this world. Everyone has a value. You have to start value yourself and know that you deserve every good things and good people in your life. If you do not know your own value, no one will know. If you do not know your own value, you will start to find your value from other people. And because of this, people will take things for granted. They will abuse their power on you. Because they know that you will never leave them. If you leave them, you will be losing your value and your purpose in your life. And in this relationship, there will be no equality. You think you are important in this relationship, but you are not. They won't respect you, appreciate you, or even be loyal to you, because you are giving out yourself for nothing. Who will not want someone they are willing to give away themselves for nothing and not asking anything back and complaining anything? The only way to know how to value yourself is to focus on yourself more. We need to know what we are good at, what is good for us, and what's not. It's only when you start valuing yourself, you will realize that everyone will respect you. You will realize that your life will be better. And everything that happens in your life will just be what you want. And this is why me time is important. It is time for you to have a conversation within your body and your mind. We have to know what our body wants. And we have to know what our mind thinks. Our life will only be better when we focus on ourselves and know what's our value. We have to know that time flies and every moment counts. If you keep spending time and energy to let others know what you really want and what's your thoughts, you are not living in your own life. You are living in other person's life and spending all your time and energy on them. And they know that you will never get away from them. Because they know that if you leave them, you will be losing your value and your purpose in your life. But instead of wasting all the time and energy you have on people that doesn't know how to appreciate it, why not spend those time and energy on yourself and make your life to the fullest? When you want your life to the fullest, you will need to detach yourself from toxic people or situations that keep taking your energy away without giving you back. It's like when you are working. No one will work for a company that wants them to work for 24/7 without increasing their salary or elevating their positions. It goes the same as a relationship. If your friends or partners keep giving you all the negative thoughts and feedback and keep telling you that you are not as good as you think, without them, you are nothing. You can't be better without them. And these people are the ones that you need to get away from as far as possible, because they're taking your energy away without giving you back. I got this one friends that keep telling me that I'm not as good as her. All my achievements that I got is because of her. Without her, I will just be someone sitting in the corner with no attention. Whatever I have, she wants better. She wants to be better than me, smarter than me, and prettier than me. And for all this long, I can hardly breathe beside her. I'm feeling myself so small and useless when I'm not with her. I feel like all the energy and power that I have is because of her. But as soon as I leave her, I realize that I can do things so much better. I can get all the achievements that I want to get. I can get everything with my own power and energy. If you never detach from toxic people, you will never see your own value. And you will be trapped in the words that they say to you. And you will think that you are not as good as you think. So if you want your life to the fullest and start to focus on yourself more and know your own value, you need to get detached from the toxic people as far as possible and as soon as possible. Everyone has their own life. If you are living in other person's life, you will never see your own value and you will never enjoy your life. You are helping others to enjoy their life. Try to think, the things that you are doing now, do you really like it? Or are you just trying to fit into the circle and act like you like it? If you are doing what you like, then that's good. If not, you might need to rethink what you really want to do in your life. We only live once. And in this one lifetime, we have to live in a way we want to have, not what others want us to have. There's a period of time where I'm very attached to my friends, that I can barely recognize myself. I do not know what I really want to do for my life, but the only things I know is that I need to stick with my friends and fit into the circle. But at the same time, I know that I have the urge to public speaking and speak in front of the crowd. But at the same time, I do not want to stand out as the sole individual engaged in public speaking among my friends. I do not want to be the weirdo among them. But as time passes, I realize that public speaking is a personal aspiration and perhaps a future vocation. I know this time I need to detach from others and attach for myself for at least this one time. Even though initially I can hear a lot of voices saying like, why is she being so extra? English is not her first language, how can she do that? She's just embracing herself. Initially, others might have perceived my action as an impulsive or wasteful over the course of a month or 3. But as I'm standing here today, I'm proving them wrong. And I'm challenging myself. Yes, English is not my first language. And yes, I'm not a professional speaker. And yes, I'm willing to take this challenge. If you start to know what you want to do in your life, you'll realize that you're greater than you think, and you can do things so much better than you think. If you do not know your own value, you will always trapped in the other person's life, and you will always live in other person's life, and you will not know what you want to do in your life. And once you're doing what you like, you will realize that your perspective and view will be different from others and will pass you. Even though initially, you might feel lonely in this journey, but as time passes, you can find someone that has the same perspective as you, and maybe you will not be alone in this journey anymore. So, you have to start what you really want to do in your life. If you are lost in your life, try to put down your phone and go for a walk. Look at the sky, breathe in the air, and try to rethink what you really want to do for your life, and let yourself set free for that one moment. Everyone that comes into your life has a purpose in your life. Whether it is a good relationship or a bad relationship, they are meant to be in your life and elevate you. If it is a bad relationship, they are meant to be there and let us know that who is better, and somehow we become wiser after that. And somehow, if you miss a bad relationship, you will also learn how to treat yourself better and know that who is the one that has been hurting you for all this long. Everyone that comes to your life has a purpose. When they're done with their purpose, they will go. Life is like playing a video game. Once you have completed a level, you will jump off to the next level. Whatever monster you met before, they are just there to give you some help you to gain new weapons, gain more experiences, and let you get more familiar with the game. They will not go along with you and teach you the same thing again and again. You need to move on by yourself and know that what you really want to do in your life, and learn the things that they gave you. Everyone that you met, everyone that has been in our life, they are meant to be there and teach us something. Some of them teach you how to love, some of them teach you how to care, some of them teach you how to accept loneliness, and some of them teach you how to grow. When someone leaves, it means that their purpose is done, and this relationship ends and it's time for them to go. You are not losing anything. You learn something from them, and eventually you grow from them. Maybe after today, you can try to have a walk around the school or the field, or maybe your own neighborhood with only you and yourself. Try to put down your phone and breathe in the fresh air and have a think. What do you really want to do in your life? What is your value? Try to rethink who are the persons that has been manipulated you for all this time, and who are the toxic people that you have met, and you will need to get detached from them as quick as possible. If you never detach from toxic situation or people, and if you keep manipulated by others, you are never living in your own life, and you will never enjoy your life. So, I hope everyone can take this moment of time to try to rethink. Do you really like your life now? Do you have any regret after today? If you are going to die tomorrow, do you have any regret? And I will now pass the stage back to Friday. Thanks. Thank you.